We have another entry to our student spotlight. I'm very lucky to get to interview Fahmida. Fahmida, if you would please introduce yourself.
Hello, Fahmida Alam. I'm an international student from Bangladesh. I'm doing my PhD here at U of A in the Department of Computer Science. Currently, I'm at my second year, and I'm doing my PhD under the supervision of Dr. Mihai Surdeanu, and Dr. Ellen Rylov is my co-advisor. I'm a member of CLU Lab, Computational Language Understanding Lab. And I'm working as a research assistant with Dr. Alan Rylov. Yeah, that's all here. And
Great. Well, so you're from Bangladesh originally. What
yeah,
made you decide to attend the University of Arizona where it's so far away?
yeah, it is. So there are a couple of factors, of course, I considered. So the first thing is University of Arizona is a research-intensive university. So since I was considering for my PhD, I think it's very important that how the university is doing in terms of research. So this has been one thing. And my current research area is natural language processing. And U of A has one of the largest NLP group here, which is like formed faculties and students from different departments like CS, iSchool, linguistics. So it's a very like large and collaborative group it has, which I thought will be very helpful for my PhD. And last but not the least, the funding opportunities. Like the CS department provides the guarantee of funding for a PhD student for 5 years. And what's great that it just come with your like offer letter. Unlike at other some universities, it's not like you'll get the letter first and you have to do the hassle by yourself to arrange the funds. So it was a very smooth process. So yeah, these factors actually helped me to decide that okay, University of Arizona is the university where I can pursue my PhD.
That's great. It sounds
Yeah.
like you did a
Mhm.
lot of research to
Yeah.
identify the appropriate fit and it fit perfectly, which is great. It sounds like
Mhm.
you did some very logical thinking through and looking at your options. Can you tell
Thank you.
us a little bit about why you picked computer science as a major? Why is this something that you were
Mhm.
interested in? Why this specific field? You mentioned natural language processing. Maybe you can mention why you decided to pursue that field as well.
Oh, well, so I have my undergraduate and master's in computer science. So I think it's a field that gives incredible opportunities for research in different cutting edge research areas like artificial intelligence or a subfield of AI, maybe NLP, the one I'm currently working on. So it's a field that constantly evolving, and I believe it gives like interdisciplinary collaboration opportunities. So yeah, and pursuing PhD, I think also opens a wide range of career prospects from research position or academic position to maybe a leadership role to take industry. So I would just like to avail all the opportunities out there. And yeah.
Oh, great.
Mhm.
So you've given an indication there about your reasons for pursuing the PhD. I'm curious, thinking way back. So when you were
Mhm.
an undergraduate, what what interested you about computer science then? I guess what was the initial interest? What caught your eye? What made you think, oh, computer science is where I wanna go?
It's a very funny story. Like my elder brother had a computer, so I had a very restriction of using that. So I was very always very curious, like how it works. And with a very limited of time, I was very curious, like how computer knows when I click cross button and it's supposed to close. So all those things of like the nature of computers basically uh, helped me to pursue my like undergraduate in computer science. Yeah.
That's That's a great story. So
Mhm.
just to clarify, your brother had this computer. It was, you said it was restricted, so you weren't really allowed to use it?
Yeah, like yeah. It was like yeah, I had to do a lot of things to convince, to play into it.
That's great. That's wonderful. So in a way, your brother's restriction to make you do these hurdles that
Yeah,
cultivated an interest in computer science. That's
yeah. And now
well.
sometimes he takes the credits. Yeah.
So you mentioned you're pursuing a PhD specifically in the area of natural language processing. You worked with
Yeah.
Professor Sordiano, Professor Ryloff.
Hmm.
Why did you pick that research area? Why specifically natural language processing? And why is natural language processing something that's important?
Hmm. Doing research in NLP, I think it's at the heart of how we communicate with system or computer. Like natural language processing basically enable the system to understand or interpret or generate human languages, which I think is very crucial for developing an intelligent system, like virtual assistant or chatbots or maybe a translation service. And as we know that text is the most common format of data, and extracting or picking up and very important information from a vast amount of text has a wide range of application, like in different sections from healthcare to education. So for me, I believe that research in NLP breached the gap basically between the human language or communication and machine understanding. So the field need more researchers, and yeah. Mhm.
That sounds like an interesting field to
Yeah,
bridge that communication.
yeah,
Uh, so this is your second year. You
yeah.
mentioned as a
Yeah,
PhD
it's my
student.
second year. Uh-huh.
And thus far, if you could reflect on your 2 years here at the U of A Computer Science Department, what have you enjoyed most about your experience thus far?
In the department, I mostly enjoy the practice. Like the department not only help us to grow academically, it also push us to grow in terms of profession and personally. Like every week, the way department arrange so many curriculums for faculties and students, where we get to know like what research is going on, and also for social engagement every semester department arrange a picnic, and for grad students there are like grad teas arrangements where we can catch our mates, and sometimes we can play with our mates like board games and everything. So I think it's a very balanced department and I enjoy the environment and culture here.
So um, that team building, that community, sense of community
Hmm.
department allows students to feel comfortable to be able to talk with
Yeah,
the faculty
yeah,
and their peers.
yeah.
Sounds like
Uh-huh.
a wonderful thing. As you're progressing to the program, have you given thought to what you're planning to do after your PhD completes? What are your career goals?
I want to become a research scientist, but before starting my PhD, I have worked as a lecturer back to my country. So I have a plan. Maybe after a certain time, I'll go back to academia. But before that, a little bit exploration, maybe I'll do with my career.
Gotcha. When you decide to go back to teaching, I think your research experience will be very, very relevant to your students.
Yeah.
Students are always looking to learn more about the field.
Yeah.
That's great.
Mhm.
So, has been your favorite class? You've taken some classes here. You're currently in a class now. What's been your
Yeah.
favorite class? What is it about that class that you
It's
liked?
583 text retrieval and web search taught by my advisor, Mihai. Yeah.
Great choice. Great choice.
No, it's not just a taught by my advisor. It is a very, great course. Yeah.
What specifically makes it a great course? What about the content was something that you felt was very valuable?
Because it's in my field, it's a related NLP. So it's like a gateway, you can say. So for a beginner, it's a complete package to start with, and it help you to start with your research projects and everything. So yeah, and mhm.
That sounds like a worthwhile course, especially for you since it is in your field and it allows you
Yeah.
to get that information. Um, when you first started at the University of Arizona, you had a lot of experience, new experiences, right? You had
Mhm.
first time doing this thing, first time taking a class here, and so on. And we are in the midst of making offers to new PhD students to start in the fall. What
Mhm.
advice would you give to an incoming PhD student who is contemplating or who has decided to come to the U of A?
Mhm. I would like to say that grab the opportunities, always grab the opportunities that comes to your way, and try to engage with professors who you think are working in your domain and collaborate with your peers. And don't hesitate to explore new domains because the department has a very collaborative and supportive environment for learning and growth. And make sure that you are taking advantage of all the resources available, whether it's research opportunities or maybe internship or any extracurricular activities. So I would like to say be proactive and be open to new opportunities.
Yes, that is great
Yeah.
advice, Amita. I think anybody who jumps in at the opportunities that arise or asks lots of questions about from their
Mhm.
mates, from their professors, and just builds that collaboration is very important. Networking is very important. Is there
Yeah.
anything else you would like to share with folks that are watching your student spotlight?
Yeah. If a new PhD student is watching this video, then I would like to pass one advice, which I got from my advisor, is that don't compare yourself with another PhD student. Everyone has own like unique journey. So do your best, work hard, and believe in yourself, and success will be in your own way. So don't get overwhelmed because the process initially it's a bit overwhelmed. So be patient and you've got this. Just always remember that.
That's wonderful. I mean, great
Mhm.
closing words. Thank you again for doing this student spotlight. I think you have
Yeah.
a lot of amazing things to share with viewers, and thank you again. I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity of sharing my experience.